Hello, my friends. Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. Today, I'm starting a series where I rank and make tier lists about different topics related to music production and also, of course, plugins. But in this series, we can rank pretty much a lot of things. Around this topic, right? We can rank like guitar tones from different albums, from different eras. We can rank bands. We can rank music production tips. We can rank guitars. We can rank gear based on the features, based on stuff like that, on sounds and stuff like that. So today I wanted to begin with one of the most powerful tools that we have at our disposal for music production and mixing and mastering, which is EQ, right? And today I want to rank the 15 best free EQs. This is based on a LANDR blog post that you can check out in the video description if you want to go to the individual plugins and stuff to get them. This is merely based on the features, and I have tested many of these free plugins. This is my personal tier list, and this is my opinion, of course. It's not an absolute, right? It's not written in stone, but I thought it was fun to rank these tools and start this series with you guys where we rank stuff like this. I think it's fun to rank our stuff, like our favorite albums, favorite guitar tones, favorite bass tones. The possibilities are endless in this topic, right? And I think it should be fun as well. So before we begin, my friends, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnerhunter.com, where I have some free stuff for you, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some additional free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses and drum sample packs. And don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost on a daily basis with tons of content like this, especially free resources, right? Reviews, demos, tutorials, and audio plugin news and stuff like that, right? So also I would like to invite you to my second channel, which will be entirely about making music from scratch. I will be starting songs from scratch to you're gonna get to see everything, right? All of the behind the scenes, what plugins I choose for what purpose, mixing, mastering, all the way to the entire to the finalized song, right? So this second channel, it's called Amner Hunter Makes Music, and I will be starting maybe today. I'll be live streaming daily there, and the live streams are gonna be short. They're not gonna be like 2 hour long or something like that. I'm gonna keep it short, and so yeah, that's about it, my friends. And let me know if you're here in the live stream. I'm always happy and interested to know your opinions. Hello, Bruce Wayne is here. Acoustic is here as well. Thanks a lot, Acoustic and Bruce, for being here. I appreciate it very much. Acoustic, how your new band's going, Amner? Acoustic, thanks for asking that question, my friend. Actually, starting out this second channel for making music, it's going to move forward a lot of the projects that I have going on, original projects that I have in my head, and all of the ideas that I have gathered and stuff like that. That channel will be, it's also aimed towards moving forward with my original projects, to write music, right? To make music, to release music, and to share also all of the philosophies and learn from you guys, of course, as well. Maybe make some roulettes and stuff like that with you guys to choose plugins and stuff like that. So thanks for asking, Acoustic. That's that channel will help my bands, my original projects move on, right? Because the music that I'm gonna be making there will be for original projects that I have for different genres within the rock and metal Anyway, I have 5 minutes here and I haven't started this. I apologize for that, but I had to explain about this new series. Promise that the intros for the next videos will be much shorter. All right, so let's begin with the first plugin, right? The first EQ plugin in this list. This is the Warmy EP1A by Kiev Audio, right? This is a Pultec inspired Pultec emulation, of course. So the Pultec EQ is one of the most famous EQs of all time, and renowned for the character and by its vacuum tubes, and especially its effect on lower frequencies. That's one of my favorite things about the Pultec stylized EQs, right? The low end and the EQ curves that you can do to high end and low end, but especially the low end, it creates a very nice EQ curve, very pleasant sounding low end. So there are quite a few emulations of the Pultec out there, and this one by Kiev Audio is amazing. It's a great plugin. It competes, of course, with other Pultec emulations that sometimes premium also. So it has that low end mojo, a bit of saturation as well, and yeah, it's a great plugin by Kiev Audio, and it has total harmonic distortion, which is saturation, right? Analog coloration. It has the EQ the controls that you would know in a Pultec EQ, right? So let's go here and let's rank it. What do you say? This EQ, since I cannot use this plugin in everything, maybe this is an A tier plugin. Yeah, let's put it here. Let's put it here for the moment. I think, in my opinion, of course, I think yeah, it sounds great EQ curves, but I cannot use it on everything, right? This is not like an S tier for me. So A tier is fine, right? So let's go with the next one, Blindfold EQ. And by the way, this countdown, this 15 is made by the website LANDR. I'm basing my opinions, but it's a great countdown, I think, of the best free 15 EQ plugins. So this Blindfold EQ, let's check out some of the features of this plugin here. So the Blindfold EQs, Audio Thing create good plugins, of course. This plugin, the purpose and the philosophy behind this plugin is to use, that's why the name is Blindfold EQ, because they want you to use your ears instead of your eyes, right? And this, of course, could be applied to any plugin that has knobs instead of like a visual thing, right? So yeah, that's the concept behind the Blindfold EQ. It has low frequency, low mid frequency, high mid frequency, high frequency, and the master. It has soft clip. It has some analog coloration as well. It's, yeah, I don't use this plugin, to be honest. But I have used it, I have tested it, but it's not like one of my favorites or something like that. So let's put this D tier, S tier, A tier. Yeah, the subconscious was there, definitely. D tier, what do you say? D tier. Yeah, I don't. It's like yeah, it's not my favorite to me anyway. So I'm gonna put it here, D tier. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Okay, the next one is the Triple EQ by Blue Cat Audios. Let's check out some features and controls here. Let's read a bit. Blue Cat's triple EQ, isn't a super in-depth surgical EQ. It functions almost as a set of 3 highly flexible filters that allow for both subtle adjustments and creative filtering effects. It's very low CPU. It responds well to automation. No artifacts whatsoever. That's what it says on the blog as well. This balance between simplicity and flexibility. So yeah, anyway, this is the triple EQ. Well, 3 bands, just a regular, the average EQ, not very special in my opinion. So now let's put it here. Let's see. Yeah, this is not a special EQ to me, to be honest. Nothing wrong with these plugins, right? These are top plugins, but ranking it, I wouldn't rank it high in the list. To me, it's gonna be an E tier. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's a bad plugin, right? It's just that from these top plugins, to me, it's not like an upper tier plugin. All right, and let's continue with the next one, which is the plugins by LKJB. Actually, this one, the Lufticus, is one of my favorite coloration plugins for mastering. It's amazing for mastering. The EQ curves and the coloration of this plugin, I tell you, it's an amazing plugin. The LKQB Q range, yeah, that's normal EQ plugin, right? But the Lufticus is one of my favorites. Let's read a bit about those here. So the Lufticus is a nice and straightforward plugin allowing for quick and satisfying adjustments. It even has built-in gain compensation. The Q range is a linear phase EQ, right? But let's see. Let's put this plugin or these plugins. Well, it's just that the Lufticus it's an A tier for me. Yeah, let's put it here, right? Almost an S tier for me, the Lufticus. I tell you, the coloration and the EQ curves are amazing, especially on mix bus or groups or mastering situations, right? It's great. I'm gonna leave it at A tier. Let's continue with the next one here in this list. Okay. The next one is the Voxengo Marvel GEQ, right? And the TEQ. So these 3 plugins by Voxengo. Let's read a bit about these plugins here. Voxengo once again comes through with high quality freebies. The much loved developer offer not 1 but 3 free EQs. The Marvel GEQ is a linear phase graphic equalizer. The overtone GEQ allows you to introduce extra harmonics into the signal, and the TEQ 421, it's all about simplicity and immediacy. 3 fixed bands, carefully tuned to important areas for adding energy and presence. So these are the plugins by Voxengo. I'm not very fan, to be honest, of graphic EQs. I know they have a place, of course, but I don't use them very often these days. So let me see. I'm gonna put the Voxengo plugins, maybe. Well, there are 3 free ones. One of them is linear. The other one introduces extra harmonics. Let's leave it here at maybe C or D. C, D, maybe there. Yeah, we have some extra harmonics here and here. All right, so let's continue with the next one. Let me close this. Okay, so the Son EQ, this is a cool plugin as well. I have some time that I haven't used this plugin. It's by Sonimus. So it says here, some EQs give you almost endless flexibility in how you treat your sounds, while others focus on a limited set of very finely tuned parameters for quick and easy moves. Sonimus Son EQ is a great example of the latter. It didn't take much time for us to get results we liked. It has a dedicated drive knob as well. And yeah, this plugin, actually, I think it's also inspired in the Pultic, if I'm not mistaken, or not. Maybe yes, I don't remember. But the drive, it's cool in this plugin. It has some nice coloration. I remember testing this plugin some time ago, but I haven't used it in some time, right? But the EQ curves are nice, but it's not like an upper tier plugin like S tier for me or something. Let's leave it. It's a medium, I think. Let's leave it at C tier. All right, and let's continue with the next one. These plugins by Analog Obsession. Analog Obsession, amazing plugins. Most of them, I use them pretty often. Let's read a bit. We have the Radiant Q, is a tube EQ emulation with carefully tuned curves and emphasis on simplicity and immediacy. The LV50A, what's the LV50A? The one in the middle? Yeah. It's a parametric EQ with a set of classic filters designed for balance between precision and ease of use, and the graphic EQ offers 10 fixed bands with the addition of high and low pass filters. And this one, the SSQ, is of course like inspired in the solid state logic EQ, right? And I have tested these plugins. They sound great. They have some harmonic and coloration. Analog Obsession, great plugin company. So, but it's not an S tier for me, right? So I'm gonna put it here in the A tier. And let's continue with the next one. Okay, we have, let's see, we have the EQ1A. EQ1A, where are they? Where is it? Okay, so here it is. There are a lot of vintage EQ emulations out there. While some of them can beautifully capture the sound of classic outboard, they can also be a bit heavy on the CPU. Mellow Muse EQ1A aims to deliver an analog style EQ with simple operation, light processor load. You could quite easily have this free plugin scattered throughout a project in numerous instances without pushing the limits of your CPU. So yeah, this plugin I tested maybe one time. It's not a special plugin to me. Let's see where we are going to put it. Okay. For me, it's like a D tier maybe. Let's leave it here. And let's continue with the next one. This is by Manda Audio. So this is the 7Q. It has 7 bands, right? Of course, it's a fixed bands, a graphic EQ, right? Let's read a bit here. It's efficient, low CPU, usage. It's very straightforward, the graphic EQ, and applied to both. It's mid-side, right? It has the usual high pass and low pass. No, this is not a special plugin to me. It can be set to stereo or mono. Yeah, it's not a special plugin to me. Nothing against the company, of course. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Wow, the MEQ. Of course, yeah, it's one of my most used free EQs. The Melda Production Audio MEQ. It has some functions like the Fab Filter, Pro Q3. So yeah, this is a... How many bands does this has? Let me read a bit here. It has built-in saturation as well, but it's transparent. It's fully transparent if you don't engage the saturation. It has mid-side processing. You can solo each one of the bands to listen only what that band is, how it's affecting the sound. And yeah, it has some advanced functionalities as well to measure the harmonics. Has a sonogram, and yeah, very cool plugin. Dry Wet has as well. This to me is an S tier free plugin. Yeah, definitely the first S tier on this list. Let's continue. This color EQ by DDMF, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, DDMF. Two free plugins by this company, IEQ and Color EQ. IEQ shares a name with the widely beloved IEQ Pro. It's scalable, tightly packaged interfaces of each one of these EQs. Both of them are still capable of addressing a variety of problem areas with a pleasant overall sound. Simplicity, no nonsense approach. Yeah, these plugins, I don't remember using the Color EQ, the other one I think, but yeah, it's a bit cluttered, a lot of knobs, right? Someone might get confused. I mean, this is the gain, this is the frequency range, and this is the Q control, right? But yeah, a bit cluttered, I think. Let's put this, that's an E tier for me. Yeah. And let's continue with the next one. So the Spline EQ. Spline EQ by Photosounder, it's the name of the company. Fresh sound, it says here, the best aspect of this free EQ remains its potential as a creative filtering tool, especially considering how drastically you can cut and boost with the splines. So yeah, I think the strength in this plugin is the type of EQ curves that you can create, right? You can create crazy, some like out of the box EQ curves, not your typical bands. I think that's the strength of this plugin. But other than that, I don't see it has like many strengths, to be honest. So it's going to be maybe, I don't have anything in the B tier. Let's leave it here, maybe C tier. Yeah, probably there. Only because of that, the things that other plugins in this list cannot do, which is creating crazy EQ curves, right? And let's continue with the next one, which is the 3-band equalizer by Hornet plugins. This is a 3-band EQ, of course. you can have transparency, or you can have also a bit of character with this hiss that it has. It introduces a bit of hiss, right? It's inspired by classic hardware mixer EQ. It does introduce a bit of coloration in the signal and subtle saturation, right? Switchable hiss feature. A bit of grit is if a bit of grit is your cup of tea, this is certainly a good plugin for you. I haven't tested this plugin. Yeah, it's not of my favorites from this list. Let's leave it here, right? Because it's very minimalistic. It has coloration. The hiss is not the thing that introduces coloration. I was mistaken about that. The coloration is already like implicit on the EQ bands. Alright, so let's continue. Okay, the Nova EQ and the Slick EQ by VST Digital Labs. Well, what can I say? I love the Nova. It's a dynamic EQ. By the way, I forgot to mention that the MEQ by Melda Production Audio that I put on the S tier here, it's also no, it's not dynamic, or is it? I remember if it's dynamic or not. Well, but definitely the Nova, it's dynamic, and it's a great EQ. The Slick EQ plugin as well, I love it. The coloration is great. 3 bands. The EQ curves are very pleasant. Yeah, I love TDR or VST Digital Labs plugins, the free ones. So definitely that's an S tier for me. Definitely. Without thinking too much, this is an S tier. And I am missing one. Let me show you the picture of that one here. It's the one from VHR DSP, right? VHR DSP creates very cool plugins as well. So let me show you the next plugin, which is the it has VHR DSP has these 3 EQs. Let's read a bit of them here. Radiant Q is a tube EQ emulation with carefully tuned curves and emphasis on simplicity and immediacy. LV50A is a parametric EQ with a set of classic filters designed for balance between precision and ease of use. And the graphic EQ offers 10 fixed bands with the addition of high and low pass filters. So yeah, this is the one missing in this list. And let's see. Yeah, these plugins sound great. Not my favorite. Like, I don't use these VHR DSP EQs on every project. Let's say how like others in this list. But let's see. I'm gonna put it here on the B tier. Yeah. So there you go, my friends. That's my tier list of the 15 free best EQ plugins. Let me know what you think of this tier list. David says, "Hey, Amner, love what you do. I couldn't make music very well without you, man. Thank you, David." Oh wow, thanks a lot for the kind words, my friend. I'm humbled by your kind words, and it's great to know that you get something good out of the channel and the content. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to read those kind of words from you guys, and to know that you are making music with the tools, not only collecting freebies and stuff, but actually making music, releasing music, being happy, creating music. That's what makes me very happy as well. Divergent is here. Hello, Amner, says Divergent. SSL Harrison mastering EQ. You have a great beard, says Divergent. Thanks a lot, my friend. I appreciate it. Yeah, since I don't have hair up here, well, the beard is like my makeup, right? So anyway, let me know what you think of this list, my friends. I am always happy and interested to hear, to know your opinions, to read your opinions. If I'm not able to hear them, well, read them at the very least, okay? So before we leave, let me invite you quickly to my website where you can get some additional free stuff, some free PDF guides and ebooks, some extra free tools such as some collections of guitar impulses and drum sample packs. Don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost on a daily basis with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. Let me know if this content is fun, is engaging. Let me know if it's entertaining, and also you could maybe get to know some tools that you haven't see or tried before. But yeah, let's see. Acoustic, bye bye acoustic. Thanks a lot. Big Brother Jetty says, thanks Amner, you're the goat with these videos. I literally go and download so many of these plugins. Thanks a lot for the comment, Big Brother Jetty. Hope that you create music as well, my friend. Not only collect plugins, but actually apply the knowledge, apply the tools to create music, right? That's also one of the reasons why I'm gonna dedicate some time of my day to create music on my second channel, Songs from Scratch. Go ahead and check it out. Backsandal are great EQs, says Bruce Wayne. I agree. The EQ curves from Backsandal EQs are great. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care, and I will see you very soon. All right. Bye bye. Rock on.